So, again, a big welcome to another episode of this Language Teaching Takeoff webinar series, where we are focusing on how to make the most of the powerful tools available in the TeacherMatic Language Teaching Edition. My name is Giada, and I worked in the language education sector for 7 years, and now I'm part of the Avalanche team, where we focus on creating tools that really support teachers and make a difference in the classroom. I'm pleased to introduce you to our host today, Joanna Szoke. Today's Jo, she's going to talk about a super hot topic for language educators, which is feedback. As we will explore together the new advanced feedback generator in TeacherMatic. And a quick intro about Jo, if you don't know her. Jo is a freelance teacher trainer and educational consultant and AI in education specialist. And actually, feedback and assessment is one of her areas of expertise. So we're very lucky to have her here today to talk about these important topics. So thank you very much, Jo, for joining us. And before we begin, just a few practical notes, as always. You're welcome to submit all of the questions that you have throughout the session using the chat that you can find here below. And we'll aim to address as many questions as possible towards the end of the session. Also, the webinar is being recorded, and the recording will be shared via email next week. And with that, I think we can make a start because we have a lot to talk about today. So over to you, Joanna. Thank you very much again.
Thank you, Giada, and welcome everybody. I'm very happy to see one participant from Hungary. I'm also based in Hungary, so I'm very happy to see a fellow Hungarian. And welcome to everybody else. Let's dig in. Let's see what we can learn about the advanced feedback generator and giving feedback in general. So I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen with you. Here we go. Oh, wait, I'll make it full screen. Okay. All right. So you should be seeing the full screen now, and let's move on. Okay. So we're gonna actually, I'm just gonna talk a little bit about TeacherMatic. So TeacherMatic is a super useful website which has a language edition that we can use for language teaching, making language teaching much easier with a range of AI-based generators. And you can see that there are more than 50 generators, such as generators that help you adapt your content or use something in a sentence, create a text, all kinds of generators. But what I think is one of the most useful parts of this kind of generator, not just any chatbot, but TeacherMatic, is that you can create lessons based on language teaching methodologies, which are backed by NILE and other professional bodies that can certify that these language teaching methodologies are present. I think that's something that chatbots, of course, you can ask them to use these methods, but TeacherMatic can do it very, very reliably. But looking at our topic today is feedback. And actually, I wanted to quickly introduce this topic by asking you, so I'm really counting on your active participation here. What do you think makes feedback useful? So feel free to put your ideas in the chat. You don't have to provide a professional answer, but if I gave you feedback on anything, what would it make it useful? Or if it's too abstract to kind of describe, you can also describe useless feedback, because sometimes the best way to find what makes feedback useful is to start from wrong or bad feedback, and then we can learn from that. So feel free to share your ideas. Ooh, I like this one. If it comes at the right time, nice. Yes, feed forward. Yeah. And that's a very good way to not just feed back, but feed forward. Very good. Absolutely. And you're using formative feedback as well. Nice. Motivates and inspires. Very good. Uh-huh. Okay. Again, a very good idea, like connecting back to what we have learned and then feeding forward what you can do in the future. Nice. Thank you. I can see that you've got like teacher training background and very good professional background here. So actually what I'm going to do is I'll show you some bad feedback, and probably we can see similar things going on here. For example, we can see this one. You'll get there. I think you should practice more. Which, I mean, okay, we can say that it's sort of motivating. You'll get there. Um, but most of these things that you can see here, they are not very specific. So we definitely need some specificity. And also, like, maybe you get to see your score or something, but it's not specific enough. So if we take a look at these and also take into account what you said in the chat, we can say that useful feedback has a couple of components, such as knowing your results. That would basically mean from the previous slide that it was 8 out of 10 points. So at least the student knows where they are on a scale. Clear goals or knowledge of the correct results. So they know where they are, but they also know what the correct solutions would have been, which is important for future improvement. Explanation. So that's the specific part, because typically, well, not typically, teachers tend to just give like the score and that's it, maybe no explanations whatsoever. And also specific examples. We'll come back to this part in a minute. So it helps them to know what they got wrong, why, and where they can find that in their test or text. Specific actions for gap reduction. That's exactly what you said in connection with feeding forward. So how can I become better? How can I make this work? And with what? So some kind of follow-up activity that could help the student improve and get to the next level. And if we have all of this, then we have effective feedback, because it's not just about what you did wrong or how many points you got, but how you can improve further. And actually, that's why, and I'm going to come to that part, that's what the generator does. But one final thing that could be important in this feedback, like how we give feedback, is who gives the feedback. So we tend to think about like this very teacher-focused, teacher-led approach. The teacher reads the test, gives feedback, and then that's it. But what could be a better approach and what we could integrate into our lessons is that first, it's the student who does a bit of self-reflection, self-assessment. Then we ask peers to assess each other, so they give peer feedback, and then it comes to the teacher. With this, we can also make them be or take charge of their own learning a little bit more, and we take the focus off of ourselves as well. So it's just a little idea that it's a good thing to push feedback a bit onto the students themselves, and then we can step into the picture. Also, we can minimize our workload with this approach. But how can we minimize our workload even more? And that's going to be the feedback generator, because what it can do is, as you can see on the slides here, it can do a lot of things. And the most important one is the first point here, that it can allow for bulk upload. And I'll show you how the generator works in a minute. But basically, let's say you've got like 15 students, they all wrote something, an essay, a composition, and you would have to grade them one by one, give this kind of useful feedback, which takes up a lot of energy and time. But with this, you can upload all of them at once and get feedback on them. It also has Cambridge alignment, so it can give you a score that pretty much works very well with the Cambridge scores. So if you're preparing for Cambridge exams, you can give your students a valid idea of their level. You can also set your own criteria. I'll show you in a minute. if you want to focus on certain aspects. What I really like about this is that it can process handwritten works, handwritten notes. I think that's awesome. A lot of teachers have like students writing still handwritten works, which I think is very important in the age of AI and digital stuff. So it can do that, which is amazing. And it can also give you annotated feedback, but not on the handwritten notes. That's important. I'll show you that also. So let's take a quick look at the generator itself, how you can access it, and what you can do with it. Sorry, I just need to get out of the slideshow. Yes. And, I think I stopped the screen share altogether. Don't worry. We'll get there in a second. Oh, actually, no, I got it. Jara, can you give me just quick feedback? Can you see the
Yes,
generator? Perfect.
all is
Thank you.
working. I can see that. Thank you.
Good. I've got too many windows open. So, here we have all the generators that we can choose from, lots and lots. But what we're going to look at today is the advanced feedback generator. And if ever you get lost or you don't know what to do with a generator, you can click on this information button, and which gives you detailed description of all the functionalities, all the features. But I'm just going to show you a very quick overview of what to expect. So if you click on use, this is what you would see. As you can see, I already have a couple of assignments created. Normally you wouldn't see anything here. The first thing you need to do is click on add assignment over here. That's where you create a place for the assignments or the submissions to be uploaded. So first we create an assignment, which title could be anything like test 3. You can then actually, you are required to give the assignment details, which could be in any of these ways. You can either give it, like type it in yourself, or paste the assignment brief, or upload a file. Maybe we're just going to say, okay, I'm going to enter the details. Type text-based, which can be PDF or handwritten work, which I forgot if it's a PDF or a picture file, but I think it needs to be a PDF, but I'll check just in case. Let's work with text. We're going to say, write 100-word text about cats and how they live. Feedback mode. This is where you can choose what kind of feedback you want. Let's go with the criteria based, because then you can choose either your own criteria or Cambridge criteria. If you choose your own, you get these 4 options, the usual criteria actually for written work, but you can select or deselect them like this. So you pick and choose what you want to focus on. And you can also select the CEFR level you want the work to be assessed against. So maybe we say B2. I said that it seems like you choose either or, but you actually can choose both. So you can say criteria-based and annotated work. Now, once we're done with setting up our assignment, we created it. Then we have the option of uploading submissions. That's when we can upload more than one. So, for example, as you can see, I've got a couple of tests here. I upload a student submission. One thing I have to mention here is whenever you're using AI to assess or evaluate student work, you need to make sure that you asked for their consent, because technically it's their copyrighted work. And it's always important to clarify that, okay, I'm going to use a generator or AI to help me with feedback. I'll explain why I was focusing on this wording, help me with feedback, not produce the entire feedback altogether, because it's important that the teacher remains an active participant in this process. So we're using the generator to help us, but it should be important that we say the final word, we take a look at what feedback was generated, and then we say, yes, okay, let's take a look at the feedback that was generated. And here we go. So first of all, we see that this was the text that I uploaded. I have no idea. Oh yeah, I remember. It's an influencer groundhog talking about meeting a wolf. Very imaginative, as you can see. And then what you can see is the feedback that was generated. It has a very useful part, a for teacher version, which is like more informational for the teachers. We can see the different criteria, strengths, not weaknesses, but areas for improvement, and what level it is according to the CEFR. Then we get a summary, a full text summary. The submission does not meet task requirements, obviously, because it's not talking about cats at all. And grammar and vocabulary are at B1, which I agree with because I wrote it myself and it's full of mistakes. And next steps. So as a teacher, I get to see next steps. The student should carefully read assignment instructions. Yes, the student didn't write about the assignment at all, and practice writing. For students, we get a for student option as well, which we can give to the student. As you can see, it's written in this you form. Your response does this or that. And everything is written in you. You can form basic sentences, but check your verb tenses. Your response was off topic. You need to focus on the assignment, read the assignment carefully. Now, if we look at this one, we might say, but where's the follow-up activity, or where's the like gap reduction activity? The good thing is that you have this option here. Tell us how you want to refine the output. Or maybe you might say, since you put that in the chat, that it's motivating enough or it's not kind enough. Your response was off topic and there's nothing nice. We could say that, first of all, I need 6 follow up sentences that focus on the mistakes. And with this, you can refine the feedback and hopefully it will happen. But you can add more requests and also you can refine. So my next prompt could be that make the student directed feedback more friendlier or more motivating. Here are 6 specific points. Oh, it kind of misunderstood me. I could say make gap fill sentences that the student can practice with. We'll see if it works, but the point is, if you know how to ask well, and now I was rushing, you can ask for further things. So the feedback is not what you see at first, but it can have more steps. You can always ask for further copies or further refinements. And here we are. Complete the sentences below to practice areas for improvement. So if you don't get a task automatically, you can generate one. I will show you another thing because these assignments are here because I wanted to show you certain things. There's this one. It's a diary entry about responding to failure. And what you can see, you won't see it here, but this was a handwritten note. So what I uploaded was a handwritten note of in a PDF format. And first, it transcribed the entire text. And this is the transcription itself. And then it follows the same kind of setup. We get a teacher version with the CEFR, recommended CEFR levels, and then a student version. And what I want to show you as well is the annotations. I'm just going to try and find it. I think this will be the one. Yes. So when you upload a text-based submission, I'm going to check. It will be on the slides, but it can be PDF or doc. You get this auto AI-generated annotation. For example, one part is highlighted and you get a comment. You should consider using a more varied vocabulary. Perfect. But you can also add your own comments. I just highlighted the entire text, unfortunately, but let's undo it. So I maybe just want to add a comment here, and I'm actually going to say something motivational. Well done, and use a different color, okay, just to color code it. And here you can check all the comments in one list. So that's how the annotation part works, which you can then download. One final thing, let's say you want to give this feedback to your students. The main thing, let's go back to this kind of look. Once you scroll to the bottom, you can export it as a PDF at the moment. And if you want to edit it, which is a very important part, if you'd like to make sure that everything follows your style, or you want to add some of your own words, some of your own activities, perhaps, the best thing you can do is click on copy, that it copies the entire text, paste it in a Word document, and then you can edit it to make it your own, which I highly recommend because that's how it becomes human. So this is where I'm going to stop with the demo, and we can see if there are any questions or any comments.
Thank you so much, Jo. It was very useful, and it's great because you talked about feedback and the importance of it and how it should be like efficient feedback, and you demoed this very useful generator that, yes, as you said, saves time, but it's also important to keep in mind the centrality of the teacher always.
Absolutely.
So thank you, Jo, because it was great. It was very useful to hear your insights on the feedback generator and on feedback in general. And thank you for everybody for joining us. Just in case you want to learn more about this specific edition of TeacherMatic designed for language teachers, as you are, you can have a look at this page that you can also access with the QR code there, but I'm dropping the link in the chat just now, so you can explore it in your time. We will follow up also in the email with this information, but just in case you want to have a look at it now. And in case you're working for a school or an institution and you think that TeacherMatic could be useful within your own organization, you're more than welcome to get in touch, because we have the free version, the pro version, but those are for individual teachers, whereas the organization can get in touch depending on their own requirements. And I'm dropping the link there in case you're interested. And finally, if you don't mind changing slide, just an invite for the next webinar in the series, because this is a monthly series. The next webinar will be with Nik Peachey, and is going to be about the CEFR alignment. So another hot topic in the language education industry. So you shouldn't miss that. And it's going to be on the same time on Thursday, 14th of May. So again, dropping one final link in the chat for everybody to secure their place in case you're interested, but we'll also include it as part of the follow-up email just in case you miss it now. So with that, I think we can close today's webinar. Again, thank you, Jo. Thank you to everybody here, and
Thank
we
you.
hope to see you soon.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Jada. Thank you, everyone, for coming. See you again.
Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye.